Hi guys, Nick here from Intuitive Tennis. Today I want to show you 3 different ways to slice the backhand. So the 3 different ways to hit a slice is basically the Federer, the Nadal, or the Djokovic slice. And these slices are going to differentiate in the finish. When it comes to the fundamental parts of the slice, you can go back to my slice fundamental videos, and those things are going to be exactly the same among these 3 players. The difference is going to be in the preparation slightly and in the finish. So the 3 different ways to slice the backhand are basically the Federer way, the Nadal way, and the Djokovic way. And let's start off with Federer. So what Federer does on his slices, he takes the racket further behind his body than most other players. Almost the racket being behind his head. If you imagine me hitting forward, the racket will start off like this. And now, when he makes contact a little bit closer to his body here, he hits across, but now the tip of the racket on most of his slices will go down. And the reason for this is, Federer always tries to bring the other person in. Of course, sometimes he can hit the slice very deep too, but Federer has this amazing ability to hit the ball extremely hard on the slice and also extremely short and low over the net. And so the ball is dipping, it's got a lot of speed on it, and the opponent has to get down to the ball. Federer can draw an error this way, or the other person can come in with a weak approach shot, and then Federer has to look for an easy pass. I do not recommend this technique to recreational players. I've found a great amount of difficulty in getting the ball over the net with this technique. So there's a very little lift, and it requires great racket skills to hit the ball over the net with the tip pointing down like this. Take a look in the slow motion when I attempted to do the Federer slice. The second way to hit the slice backhand is the Nadal way. And Nadal actually has the very similar take back to Federer. He takes the racket behind his head like this, and then on the finish, he actually has the tip of the racket pointing towards the other side like this. It's kind of a shorter finish, and then he has the ball kind of go deep. It doesn't go quite low because he doesn't have that Federer dip, and Nadal uses this slice as more of a change of pace. You know, he has tremendous amount of topspin, and then every now and then on the slice backhand he will do one of these shots, and it takes all the pace out of the ball, and the ball will have a lot of rotation and underspin on it because he does have a high starting point. And this is something that I do recommend for recreational players. You can try this out. It works especially well if you have a lot of pace come in with you, and you can use that pace, and you just simply hit across and have the tip of the racket point towards the destination of the ball. The third and final way to hit the slice backhand is the Djokovic way. And this is the most used technique on the slice backhand worldwide. This is something that I use personally, so I'm very comfortable with this technique. And here's what it is. It's a lower starting position, so the racket doesn't quite go behind the head like Federer and Nadal does. It's maybe about shoulder, and it doesn't go behind the body either. It starts here. And now the contact point, just like any other slice, is going to be a little bit closer to the body. And now what Djokovic does, he hits across, but then the tip of the racket has a tendency to go up a little bit higher. So it's more of a U shape. It goes from the left shoulder across the body to the right shoulder. And what this slice has is very effortless power. You can hit the ball pretty hard. It doesn't go quite as low as the Federer slice, for example, but I feel like it's very effortless. You can get great length on your slice, and you can get great power. One thing you have to keep in mind on the Djokovic slice is that it does require a little bit more upper body rotation. On Federer and Nadal, the racket stops here or it stops here, and so it's a very minimal amount of rotation. On the Djokovic slice, there's going to be a little bit more upper body rotation to accommodate this finish. And that also is one explanation why this is a more effortless shot, because we're using a little bit more of the whole body. When it comes to recreational players, my recommendation is the Djokovic Slice. It's the easiest one to learn. It has the greatest amount of net clearance, and it also has a great amount of underspin and power. So try it out at home. To recap, you basically don't have to have the racket wrap around you like this. You start off shoulder height, you get a nice big shoulder turn like this, and now you hit the ball not too far in front because that's going to open your racket face, and you hit it a little bit closer to your body, and now you hit across, you come around with the upper body a little bit, and you allow the racket to go up towards the shoulder like this. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a comment in the section below if you have any questions. I will definitely answer. Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see you next time.